Jeffrey Epstein's D30 chart in Vedic astrology indicates that he died from hanging himself, but it shows that he likely had help. This is his D30 chart, and what we need to look for is the bad hak planet in order to determine how he was fated to die. Because the first house is in Gemini, which is a mutable sign, the bad hak planet is automatically the seventh house lord, Jupiter. That indicates that throughout Jeffrey's life, other people would be his biggest obstacle and challenge and would also contribute to his downfall. But what's interesting is that the bad hak planet is in the first house of self, meaning that other people were his biggest obstacle and challenge, but it was all due to his own actions. The bad hak planet is in the first house that rules the self and your own actions. But the first house also rules your head. Venus is also in the first house, and Venus is the traditional ruler of the throat. Venus is conjunct Mars, and in Vedic astrology, Mars can represent an unnatural and sometimes violent death, meaning not dying in your sleep, not dying from a disease, but from something unnatural. Uranus is not spoken about in Vedic astrology, but because it's here, it's conjunct the ascendant and conjunct Mars in the first house. This indicates that Jeffrey's death was fated to be very sudden and very shocking. Jupiter, the bad hak planet, is also squaring the moon, which can indicate death by mental illness. So all of these indicate that Jeffrey did indeed die by suicide from hanging himself by cutting off his own air supply at the neck. Because the bad hak planet Jupiter is trining its own dispositor, Mercury, this tells me that Jeffrey committed suicide willingly. It's very possible that he was talked into doing this or convinced to kill himself, and I say that only because the bad hak planet is the seventh house lord of other people, meaning other people would be his downfall one way or another. And it's also the lord of the 10th house of authority and government. So because Jupiter is trining its own dispositor, tells me that he willingly did this. It wasn't done to him. But I do believe he had help. I think the prison guards either simply gave him the opportunity to kill himself, or they may have even gone so far as to tie the noose for him. But I do believe that he put his own head through the noose.